Hey guys, welcome to our second session of Waterdeep Dragonheist. Thank you guys for joining us. Um, my name is Caboose. I am the DM for the session. We have a bunch of our players here who are ready to continue the adventure. So last time, our group made their way to the Yawning Portal Tavern, where they got in a couple of shenanigans going on in the tavern. Between the bar fight and the troll being chased into the bar, trying to flee from the bats that were sucking its blood. They managed to help out the barkeep by slaying the troll. We're given free drinks for the rest of their stay for the night, and then we're introduced to a man by the name of Volo. Who had a quest that he needed some able-bodied adventurers to accomplish for him. It was finding his friend who had been kidnapped or captured by, ended up being kidnapped or captured by a group of people. They were supposed to look for him because they weren't sure what was going on. They managed to track some leads and find their way to a warehouse where they were just shortly behind the people taking him off, thinking that he was of some importance, and mistaking him for another person who got kidnapped with him, which was Mr. What was his name? I have it. It's right here. I swear.
Raynar?
Yeah, Raynar. I was just trying to think of his last name.
Never remember.
Yeah, never remember. Who is royalty in the city. However, they did end up taking his friend and continuing on into another location. The party promptly was interrupted by asking questions of Raynar by the city watch arriving, and giving them a little bit of grief. Handing them the code legal for the city, and promptly heading off. They continue to follow more leads as well to track Flan into the ended up tracking him into the sewers. Upon following some sewer information, following little yellow chalk marks that were drawn on the wall, they managed to make their way into a hideout. Make their way, killing a couple goblins and killing a couple of other things. Passing a door that's sealed, and we'll see if that plays into something later on. And continuing into a corridor. As they arrived in the corridor, they found a orc standing on top of Flan, seemingly beating him to an inch of his life, and a mind flayer that decided to not engage with him in any way, shape, or form, not speak with him, simply moved on to through a hidden door to another room, and promptly exited. The party then fought the orc, killed the orc, and rescued Flan. Investigated the hideout a little bit and managed to find their way to a secret door connected to the place that they were in that led to a group of two gnomes' houses, seemingly not realizing that they had an entire underground operation that connected to their basement. The party then decided to go with Flan, and they are currently heading back on their way to the Yawning Portal with him to receive their reward from Volo. So, that is everything that happened last session, and we start up as you guys arrive at the Yawning Portal. So, boop, boop. Close that. Go ahead and show to players. Show to everyone. So, you arrive back at the Yawning Portal. Volo sitting at a table, with Raynar there as well, waiting on your arrival. As he sees you, he greets you and nods over and waves over as he sees his friend following you.
We did it. Oh, hey. Hey, Willow. We found your friend.
Oh, I see that. I appreciate it very much. I must confess, at the moment, I don't have all of the coin that I promised you to pay you. But I never renege a promise. So allow me to present you with something a little bit more valuable with that. He holds out a scroll tube. The deed to a remarkable property here in Waterdeep. We'll need a magistrate to witness the transfer of the ownership. I'll arrange a meeting with one after you inspect the estate and deem it satisfactory.
Where is it?
It is on, it is in the North Ward. Where is the street that it is on? It's right here. Troll Skull Alley is the name of the street.
And the North Ward is where?
Well, the north part of the city, of course.
Yeah, but like, what part of the city is it like? Like, we good neighborhood, bad neighborhood?
Well, it depends on who you ask, but it's a relatively well-known neighborhood. The manor it's called Troll Skull Manor. It's a historic building in the North Ward of the city.
We could go look at it.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, we can look at it.
Certainly. So, I guess just follow me for now.
Okay.
And he gets up and heads out of the yawning portal. You guys head for about 30 to 45 minute walk. You guys arrive at.
Oh God.
You arrive at a 4-story tall building. This building boasts many balconies, a turret, and 5 chimneys. Abandoned looking over it from the outside, looks to be almost completely abandoned. Many of the windows are broken. And he, as he leads you into the front door, you guys find the bottom floor is filled with a tavern. This tavern is in very much disrepair. There's cobwebs everywhere, broken tables. Broken tables, broken furniture, tarnished silverware, casks of wine that have all but turned to vinegar at this point.
Ooh.
It needs a little bit of work, but was once a glorious tavern.
So we get this whole building?
Well, of course, I don't have coins to pay, so I must pay somehow, and this is something that's in my possession that I would love to give to people who are helpful and able-bodied to me.
We could work with this. Just need to fix her up.
Can I go upstairs?
All right.
Sure. You go
I
upstairs.
Look at the stonework. Where is there stonework? Is it wood or stone construction?
It is a mixed construction. You can go ahead and investigate the stonework if you want to, and you have advantage on it. So, going up the stairs, the first floor is pretty much entirely a tap room. You do find stairs pretty easily that lead up to a common room, a den, one bedroom, one smaller room that seems to have nothing in it, and a hallway, obviously at the top of the stairs. Everything you do come to seems to be relatively, it's pretty much in the same state as what's below you. There's no furniture, it's a lot of cobwebs. Occasionally you do walk into a room and there's a couple rats that skitter off. And there's 2 more floors.
Okay.
I've got a question for you fellows. How long ago was this last owned by anybody, or anybody entered it?
I believe when it came into my possession, it was about 50 to 75 years ago. It's been in disrepair as I've had many travels, and I didn't really have time to attend to it, but I was never going to refuse such a historic building of the city. Market
So, yeah.
value, it's significantly higher than the gold that I promised you. I can let you know that.
I got an
Mhm.
18 on my knowledge history because of stone cutting.
Yeah, the interior of the stone and the exterior of the stonework is relatively well made. The building doesn't look like it has any structural problems at all. It's just in disrepair and so has a lot of broken furniture and just it hasn't been used in a long time.
No, that's good work. I mean, it seems the building itself is good. Looks like. I mean, the rest looks kind of shit, but the building's good.
Actually, what I can
Can
do for
always
you
fix
guys
it up.
as well is Doop, 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 doop. Here you go.
Ooh.
That is the layout of the building.
Oh. I'm in
Well,
with
we
it.
can always fix it.
Just need to put some effort into it.
A lot of effort and money.
Yeah, speaking of money, so is just the deed all you're giving us, or are you gonna give us some gold at a later time?
Well, this would more than pay off what I owe you.
Okay, just asking.
I mean, if there's something that you need on a later date, I'm more than happy to help you out with it.
Well, I was just asking, but when you finish your book, I'll be happy to buy it.
Fair enough. I'll let you know when I finish it. And if you need to know anything else about the city, any of the ins and outs, or any of the places to look for, I'm more than happy to give as much information as I can.
It's great. Okay.
After a bit of investigating, of course, Mercer's like, well, I mean, looks like there's 5 rooms to be set up as bedrooms. If someone wants to take, like, the attic one that's got garrets out onto the roof.
What's a carrot?
Yeah, what's a garret?
It's basically like
It's kind of like a...
It's the best way
It's
of
kind of
explaining
a...
it.
I think there's like I think the garret is a way I understood is kind of like a weird sort of roof door.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they're the things that open out so you can get onto the roof, aren't they?
Right.
I believe so. Let me double check. Oh, garret according
I mean,
to
it
this
makes
is
sense
literally
for the
it's
attic.
literally just a habitable attic. That's I think that's all it's saying it is. It's at a habitable size for an attic.
Larry says if no one wants a carrot room, I'll have the room with the carrots.
Sounds good with me. I'll take a room with rats in it.
So does this accord meet with your liking?
No, I think we're
Yeah.
gonna make it work.
Alright, well, I just need someone to come with me really quickly. I just need to set up a meeting with one of the magistrates just to get the transfer of the deed and all of the official ownership, so no one wanders over here and it's like, why are you sitting on this property when you don't own it?
Okay. I'll go along with that, sure.
I can start
anyone else
working
wants to
on-
come along?
I can work on cleaning out some of the trash.
Yeah, I'll work on cleaning the first floor while you're gone.
I'll work on the second.
Fair enough. So he goes with you. You guys head over. So who all is going with Volo to sign over the deed?
Burzduck, definitely.
Right. Anyone else?
Stayed.
All right.
No, I'll probably stand clean.
All right. Fair enough. So you head over. You head over to the courthouse in the castle ward of the city. The magistrate that comes to the meeting, Volo, gives a bow and walks over to a tiefling magistrate by the name Kylie, and he goes, "Oh, good morning. How is everything going?" going very well. How can I help you today? I just need you to oversee a small transfer of property for me. Oh, certainly. That's easy enough. That will come with the estate transfer tax of 25 gold. Oh, of course. I'll be happy to cover that. As he hands over the deed, as you go ahead and give your signature on the deed and do all of the proper paperwork and everything. As he then hands you the deed to the house stamped by the city. Well, if there's anything else you need, always feel free to come to me. Rene is also sends his regards and sends a similar regard. If you need him in any way, shape, or form, let him know. He's not directly connected with his family anymore, but he still does have friends at good places from time to time. He's a very helpful person to know in the city.
Alright, sounds good.
Well, then I shall bid you adieu, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Make sure you look out for my next book. It's the Volo's Guide to Spirits and Spectres.
Sounds, gripping.
It shall be. So, he will head off and leave you to make your way back to the house.
Okay.
Go ahead and give me a survival check, just for
Oh,
fun.
me? Sure.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Just for fun. All right.
Awesome.
So, it takes you a little while to get back to the house. On the way, you do find you kind of get to the general area pretty quickly. It does take you a little while extra time though to find the house. Along the way, you come across a couple different shops. Looking over them, you have a shop that as you get there, you see smoke and steam billowing outside of the windows. As inside, you can smell what smells like coal burning. You quickly can hear the sound of hammers beating against metal on one side of the street. As well as you're on the way back towards the house, you eventually pass another place. A shop by the name of Corollian's Crown. You read on the sign. As you finally crest the corner around this corner, you see, oh, there's the place as you make your way back towards the house. This takes about probably 2-ish hours. What are the rest of you guys doing during this time?
Cleaning my attic.
Yep.
Cleaning.
I'm gonna be
With
cleaning
carrots.
the room.
All right. Who is cleaning where? There's 4 floors. Well, 5 floors, because there's technically a basement as well.
Well, I'm starting at the top.
All right. Someone's starting at the top. What about the rest of you guys?
I'll be cleaning the first floor.
All right.
I'll do the 3rd floor.
I'll go down into the basement and check it out.
All right. Fair enough.
There's a troll in the basement. Be careful.
Here's a troll in the basement. So in the basement you do find the ale cellars and the wine cellars. They're just off of the tap room, off of a small hatch. It doesn't take too much work to find. Heath, as you are cleaning the tap room, go ahead and give me a perception check.
Oh.
All right.
Wait, am I in the... I thought I was in the tap room.
Oh, are you? Oh, my bad. I mistake voices. I'm sorry.
It's all good. You said perception?
Yeah, perception. Sorry, my bad. You know, to be fair, Heath could still make it as well. So, both of you guys hear as you're cleaning the tap room. Silas, you hear all of a sudden out of nowhere a bowl hits the floor and shatters behind you.
I'll turn around.
You turn around, you find a shattered bowl on the a shattered bowl that seems to have fallen off the table.
I'm the only one down here.
Go ahead. As far as you're aware, yeah, with your perception check, you feel relatively confident that you're the only one down here.
Okay, I'll just get out of there, I guess, and I'll
Alright.
go up and let everybody in the house know that our place is haunted.
Keith, you do hear the bowl shatter as well. You can react if
Yeah.
you wish to.
Yeah, I'm gonna go out of the basement and just take a look around the tap room, see if I see any more movement.
Sure,
Oops. Sorry.
you're good. Sure. Looking around the tap room, you don't notice anything.
Fucking ghosts. Okay, and then I'm just gonna head upstairs and try to find another person and stick by them.
Right.
Amazing.
So, the two of you guys head up to the second floor. Then the third floor. So I guess the first person you run into, so Silas, you would run into Astra first.
Astra, our house is haunted. We need to get out of here. I was checking out the cellar. There's a lot of barrels and stuff. I hear a bowl crashing into the floor when there should be nobody else down there. I turned around and I saw nothing.
I thought someone was cleaning in there.
Well,
Did they
I
just
was,
knock it
but
over? Oh, you were cleaning in there.
And there shelves in there? Did it just fall off a shelf? I mean, it's
Yeah.
been 50 years. I mean, something's falling apart, you know?
There were rats. Maybe a rat knocked it over.
You know what? That's a good idea. I'm gonna try to find a rat and cast Speak with Animals.
Alright. Sure. You cast Speak with Animals. Go ahead and give me an animal handling check as well. It's hard to find the rats, but you could possibly lure one out.
I'm good at this. Let's hope I get some good.
Alright. You know, go ahead and roll it with advantage, because you can speak to them. So I'll give it to you with advantage. There you go. So you do manage to coax a rat out. As you kind of get a little bit of food, and it kind of coaxes out. What is it you would like to say to the rat?
Hey, buddy. Oh, do you know if there are any ghosts around in this building?
Big squeaky thing, talk to me.
Have you ever seen something move?
Lived here all life. See occasional weird things.
Do things move on their own?
Oh, give me 1 second. Sorry about that. Move on own? No. Sometimes? Maybe. Don't know.
Has anybody been in here before?
Go ahead and give me an intelligence check.
Oh, okay.
Never seen anyone other than family. You do know that the average lifespan of a rat is fairly short.
Yeah. Is your family around here? Can I meet them?
In walls. They hide. They seek food.
Tell them I'll give them food if they come and greet me.
Okay. It kind of just hops off into the wall.
It's cute. Can we keep them?
As shortly after that, about 20 rats come out of the wall.
Oh my god. What'd you
such a
do?
big family. Well, and I start passing out some breadcrumbs I keep in my pocket.
Sure. Do you have any rations?
Oh, no, I don't.
You don't? Okay. Do you have any other sources of food on you?
No.
Right. I mean, you could ask the party if you could borrow their
Oh,
food.
yeah. Hey, guys, do you have any food on you? I gotta feed these guys.
I'll give you a ration.
Right. Yeah, one ration is enough to feed most of them, or enough food that they seem to be okay with the transaction. Food for stuff, right? Yes, food for stuff.
Yep.
He asked
and
about movement and people. You mean the Dusties? Yeah, the Dusties.
Oh,
the
boy.
Dusties. What are they?
The Dusties. Sometimes we skitter around and occasionally we hear sounds, and the Dusties move.
Well, I talked to the party. Looks like it's definitely ghosts.
Only in the first floor or everywhere?
I'm gonna ask them that. So, on every floor or just the first floor?
Sometimes we look for food where there was food before, but all the food's gone. The Dusties take it away.
Thank you very much. And I also take out my pet rat, Filber, and come on, Filber, greet your new friends. I lower Filber to the floor so they can greet each other.
All right. They do so and have rat conversations. Go ahead and give me a charisma saving throw.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
All right. You managed to fight off the voices of 20 rats that are now talking to each other that you fully understand.
Really loud in this room.
It has all of a sudden got significantly louder in this room. I mean, they're relatively soft voices. They're just little squeaks for everyone else, but you understand everything they're saying to each other. It's very basic speech.
Does it sound like they're getting along well, or are they becoming territorial?
From the conversation, it seems like they seem to be okay. You seem to get the impression that the rats are okay with you being here as long as they're getting food out of the deal.
Okay. Be good, Filber. And I go to the others, and this might be a problem. We've been given a haunted house, so what do we want to do?
Well, if they're taking food, that doesn't really sound so much like a ghost. Right?
Yeah, I don't know if they eat.
Maybe. I mean, you know, the rats are calling them dusties, so it might be ethereal or something.
It might also just be
Down there.
dust.
Yeah.
Yeah, but dust doesn't take food away.
Let's go down there and
Neither
look.
do ghosts.
I'm gonna go back to the first floor.
Sure. You go back to the first floor. You see the bowl that's broken on the table. Looking at the table as well, it seems like it's relatively well balanced. Doesn't seem. I mean, there's dust on it and it has a few cracks in the wood, but doesn't seem to be any damage from the table where this bowl fell off. Give me a give me just a general wisdom check.
Sorry.
You're good. Alright. You do recall that when you were down here the last time and you passed this table, this bowl was pretty far from the edge of the table.
Okay. Is the room fairly dark or is it bright enough?
I mean, it's daylit. There's no candles or anything lit. At the moment, since it is morning, you guys were fighting through most of the night, chasing down his friend. So there is sun coming in through the windows that are there. They have cracks, but there's sun coming in through the windows and everything.
Oh, are there any like candles around that are still standing?
There are some candles. Looking at them though, most of the wicks have burned completely off. There's very, very little wax left on them. They might burn for a short period of time.
Yeah, I'm just gonna cast Druidcraft and light them, so
Alright.
we have some light.
Are you gonna
I'll
light all the
cast-
candles that are in here? Or just a
Yep.
couple?
All of them.
Alright. You cast Druidcraft and light all of the candles up around the room. It gives you pretty good light. Go ahead and give me perception checks, everyone who's downstairs. Great.
Is this the first floor or the basement?
This is the first floor. Is in the tap room. Alright. Leary, with all of the lights that are now lit in here, you do notice there is small areas around the room where the dust seems to be a little bit lower than other sides.
I'm gonna point that out to everyone and be like, what does that mean?
Lower how?
It looks like at some point it was cleaned. And since then there's more dust that has recongealed there. But the dust is lighter on certain parts of the room.
I'm just gonna look at the party. This is really dumb, but hello? Is anyone here? Besides, us?
You don't get a response.
Okay. It was worth a shot.
Do ghosts clean?
I doubt it.
don't think so.
Maybe it's just like someone that can't afford a house or something and they've been squatting?
Did you hear anything before the bowl?
No, I don't think we heard anything, right, Silas?
Nope.
I want to go and work my way back upstairs, checking the other floors for patches where the dust is kind of similarly, where it looks like it's been cleaned.
Sure. Yeah, just give me a perception check as you check the other rooms. You do find there's occasional places in other rooms where it seems like the dust level is a little bit lower than other areas. Specifically, the hall on the second floor and the common room are usually where the dust is lowest.
Okay.
If you had to guess, the hall looks like the dust was removed from it probably 2 days ago. It's very, very low. There's faint amounts of dust there.
This is weird.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna
I agree.
travel up into the common room and just look for any signs of like a person living there.
Sure. Making your way up into the common room, all you find is, a couple of people. You find 1 or 2 broken chairs, but there's nothing else in that room. Dust covering the chairs at the same level it does the floors.
Well, I'm pretty stumped. I guess we just go back to cleaning. That's what I'm gonna do.
Just have to keep an eye out.
Yeah, keep an eye out, continue to clean. And I'm gonna walk down to the tap room and just like throw the furniture onto a big pile.
Do you do so in a moving out of the way, or how do you do it?
Like clearing the room and taking all the broken furniture that isn't usable and throwing it in a pile,
All right.
in, like the center of the room.
So there is a porch on the front of the building. If you want to, you can start to pile the furniture out there. There's also the pantry and the kitchen on the bottom floor that have ample amounts of room. So it's up to you.
I'm gonna use the porch.
All right, sure. Kind of start piling up that stuff on the porch. You can definitely do that. What are the rest of you guys doing as he starts doing this?
Is there some place that would have like information on this house, on the manor? Like it's a historical building, right?
Yeah,
so like
yeah.
the history of the manor.
Roll a intelligence check. Let's see if you could figure that out.
I'm not that smart.
You're not quite sure. I mean, there's a chance that libraries might have a history of it. He did say, Volo did. Well, you didn't hear this, but you did. You did hear. It's a historical. It is a historical building, so there is a chance that there's possibly history on it. You'd have to go question someone about it.
Yeah. I'm gonna ask the rest of the party. Maybe if we go and see maybe someone who lived here before or any information on the house.
Around this time, I'd say that Burstuck, you managed to make your way back. Make your way back to what looks like some of the furniture has been tossed onto the front porch. As you make your way into the tap room.
Yep.
Hi, Bertha.
So I'll make my way in the tap room.
Hey. Did the deed transfer well?
Yeah, we got the deed.
Great. We might have a ghost problem in this house.
Really? Well, what happened?
Well, Silas was cleaning and exploring, and there was like a broken bowl that suddenly fell over. So, and there was no one else in the room.
I mean, did you find any like footprints or nothing?
No footprints, but there are lower sections of dust which look cleaner than the other places in this house.
Okay. Well, then, that suggests it's either a ghost that likes to clean certain parts, or it's someone who's invisible.
First, go ahead and give me a wisdom or intelligence. Go ahead and give me a wisdom check.
Wisdom check? Okay.
Yep, just playing wisdom check. All right.
Ooh.
You do recall Volo did mention that the name of his new book that's coming out is Volo's Guide to Spirits and Specters.
But, I mean, if, this fellow was looking into spirits and specters, could be a ghost. Or spirit. Or specter.
So we should just ask Volo.
I mean, probably. I mean, if he would probably be if he's writing a book about ghosts, then he'd probably be the one that would know about ghosts.
Yeah.
He's also the one that pawned this house off to us.
This is true.
I'm starting to wonder if he knew about it.
Do you think he's back at the yawning portal?
Maybe.
Might be.
If I sold someone a haunted house, I'd probably be long gone.
Oh, another thing, Burstuck. If you see any rats in this house, don't touch them. They're really friendly.
Oh yeah, we've suddenly inherited like 20 rats.
We have a rat family now.
Oh, well, that's lovely.
Mm-hmm.
feel a bit more skeeved about the rats than the potential ghosts, to be honest, but
The rats are nice. You just gotta, feed them a little. Okay, so
yeah, just don't fall asleep by them.
gotta find Volo then to see if we can read that book of his.
Or just if
I
he
didn't
knows.
finish it, yeah.
The book's not done yet.
No, I think he's waiting for it to go to the publisher.
While you guys are in the tap room speaking as well, you hear a small crack below you.
Like in
Below
the
the floor?
basement below, or
Sounds like it's in the basement below.
I'll go down there.
Is
I'll
that
follow.
right?
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna follow too.
You open the hatch. Inside of the hatch, you quickly see what looks like a barrel of beer that has, at this point, broken open and has strewn what is left of the very, 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 very old beer all across the basement.
Ew.
Oh, that smells
That's
disgusting. I'm not cleaning that.
Oh, clean.
No, maybe the rats will like it.
True.
That might poison the. Do you smell that? That's probably poison at this point.
No, let's see them.
It does smell pretty foul.
Yeah, I guess maybe not. He wouldn't be very nice.
Plus, they'd all get really drunk.
Yeah. Oh, drunk rats are the worst.
I wouldn't know.
I wouldn't know either.
I will have to take your word for it.
Well, I'm kind of tired, so do we want to do all this today? You guys want to sleep?
It's been a long day, yeah?
That
Yeah.
has.
Alright, let's clean the rooms and then sleep during
Yeah.
the day.
Everyone pick a room and clean it, I guess.
My attic.
Sure. I mean, at this point, your attic is mostly clean from the time you took. It did take a little while for the bowl to break, so you guys did get some cleaning done. I'll say you guys take another hour to get the rooms in a tidy order where you feel comfortable sleeping in them. Are you guys all sleeping in separate rooms or the same room?
I mean, there are enough bedrooms for everyone to have their own room.
Yeah, there is. You'd have
Do
to
we trust
make
this
a
ghost
makeshift
enough?
one for one of them, but yeah, there's technically a spare room, so.
I assumed we were using the den as one, to be honest.
I don't think you
Mm,
want
you.
to, because if I'm reading this map right, the only way to get to the bedroom that's next to the spare room is through the den.
No, the den's on the opposite side.
Yeah, that has the only hallway that leads to the bedroom, though.
Oh, I see it now. Sorry.
Yep. It's a weird floor plan, but yeah.
Yeah, it is. Never mind.
So all of to clarify as well, all of the H-looking things are all chimneys. They're all
Oh.
fireplaces that are on both sides. There's 5 chimneys on this building, so there's a lot of fireplaces.
Oh, if you're ever feeling cold, just take that broken furniture I put on the porch and throw it in the fireplace. Call me over and I'll light it up for you.
It's currently summertime, but sure.
The night can be cold. Well, during the
That's
day.
fair.
Ish.
Yeah, maybe not today though.
I'll take the bedroom that you have to pass through the den.
I wouldn't mind having the bedroom on the north part of the 3rd floor.
I'm not picky, so
How many rooms?
Attic, so.
2?
the spare room and the master bedroom.
There's also the library and study that could be. I mean, most of these rooms are relatively empty, so.
kind of want the library.
There's a library and study that's empty. The common room I would not suggest, as it's a pass-through room. There's the
I'll
attic
take the
storage as well.
library.
Which I do find it funny that the attic storage is ironically bigger than the attic bedroom, but whatever.
Yeah, I saw that.
Switch them.
Yeah, but the bedroom has a fireplace, so
True.
it makes sense, but it's also a little weird. Yeah, you can take the library and study if you want to. That is
Yeah.
entirely up to you. It is right between, right smack dab in the middle of 2 privies.
3.
Oh, is there a third
Well, if you
privy?
count the private bath.
Yeah. Yeah, you guys separate out, and settle down for your long rest.
Okay.
You, all of you successfully have a long rest. Wake up as whatever order you would like to.
When I wake up, I'm gonna go down to the kitchen and see if I can scrounge up some kind of meal, or I'm probably going to go and buy some food stuff.
Sure. You make your way down to the kitchen. The kitchen, again, it's been abandoned for a while.
Mhm.
There's no food in the kitchen that's left over that's worth eating. Most of it
Mhm.
is surrounded by what is a large amount of rat poop at this point.
Ew.
Whatever it was left has been eaten by the rats, and
Yummy.
ironically
Okay.
enough, rats don't clean up after themselves very well.
Believe that.
You do find some
I'll-
cabinets are pretty empty, though. Seems like
Okay.
they are cleaned out.
Good to know.
Mhm.
I'll go out and try to find something cheap and easy to make.
Sure. You make your way out onto the street. Give me 1 second to pull up that information, because I have it behind here somewhere. There we go. So, actually, you know what? Let me just go ahead and do this. Do. We'll go ahead and drop you here. Does that reveal anything? No, it's not. Give me 1 second. I'm just gonna global illuminate this thing. There's no reason not to. Dynamic lighting off. Save. There we go. Let me zoom out for our viewers.
And based off the tower, I'm guessing this is the house.
Yes. So clarify. Yeah, you guys are at the tower. That is your location. Let me go ahead and I'm just gonna slap text down. So that way you know where your location is. Where's the text option? There it is. Well, that's not easy to read. There you go. Makes it a little bit easier to read above it.
Okay.
Nope. Oh. Stay. There you go. So, making your way outside the house, you do, head past a couple of buildings, a couple of them that catch your eye. Which way do you head? Cardinal
Right.
direction-wise.
West.
West. Alright.
West.
East.
Waste.
So heading down the main road or the back alleys?
The main road.
As you head down the main road, let me re-pull that up because I accidentally just closed that for no reason.
I'd tell the others where I'm going to before I go.
You can do that.
If anyone's awake.
I'm just gonna have my character sleep.
Alright, that's fine.
Burzdick tends to wake up fairly early, just as a matter of course.
You as you're making your way down the street, you do find a couple shops, a couple different places. The first one that you come across is a you see a building that looks relatively unremarkable on the outside. The only distinguishing mark that it has is an orange and black eye that kind of looks similar to a cat eye on a sign. As you look at it, it looks you don't really see much. All you see is this what looks like some sort of large cat eye on that black sign.
Does it look like they sell food?
Doesn't really look like it much.
Okay,
Walking.
I'll make note of it, but I keep going.
Yep, walking a little bit further down, you find a what looks like a bookstore with a charming sign of a gold dragon curled around a treasure hoard of books and scrolls. Is what you see on the sign.
I think about going in, but then I know how hungry I am, so I can't.
Right. Make your way a little bit down, past the end of the map, where you do find a small market that has some food. You can manage to scrounge up some fresh food there.
Okay.
I'll say it cost you a total of like 5 silver for enough food for everyone.
Okay.
You can start to make your way back.
Yep.
As you arrive back at the manor. You know what? I'll go ahead and throw you guys on the manor while I'm at it. Oop. Which is also for some reason blocked. Why are you blocked? It's a map. It's a map. Off on. Boop. There you go. So you guys can actually put yourself on the map wherever you would like to. Go ahead and zoom out for viewing people. Why does your character only have... That's weird.
They did an update.
Yeah, it did not update. I don't know why. Let me go ahead and change that. AC... HP... Oh, I know why. I'm an idiot. It's fine. I'll fix it. There you go. So you guys can drag yourself onto the map wherever you want to be.
I'll start working on the food.
Yeah. Go ahead and give me a survival check. The food is adequately prepared. It's not the best thing you've ever eaten, but it's not the worst.
It's better than what I would have made, probably.
I never said I was a good cook.
So the rest of you guys do overtime. You start to awake, whether earlier or later, whatever you prefer. Depending on when you guys wake up, either Astra is already gone or is down there preparing food, or you can wake up before
Preparing
she.
stages.
Yeah. Alright, I will say one thing I don't like about the map they give you is I have all these neat textures that tell me what each room is on this page, and it doesn't give it to you guys, and I don't know why.
'Cause reasons.
Yeah, for some reason they made that on the GM info layer.
Hey, I'm actually not too familiar with this. Where is my token located?
Oh, if you just click on your on the your name on the in the journal, you can just drag it over to the map. And it'll drop the token.
Cool.
Right, give me 1 second, because I am going to go through all these little notes and add it so you guys can see these. Because I don't think there's a reason for you not to have these. because it makes it easier to identify where everything is on this map.
I see why you wanted that room.
Oop, 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 oop.
So your room connects to the tower thingy?
Go ahead and drop
Yep.
that down to map layer.
You do.
Did I miss any? Yeah, I missed that one.
Nice.
There you go. Now you guys should be able to see all of the little fancy words.
Actually, I was planning on casting Find Familiar ritual from the top of the tower.
Sure, you can do that. You take your, what was it, 11 minutes, I think, for Find Familiar, because it's 1 minute to normally cast it, right?
Yep, I'm doing it by ritual.
Yep. So 11 minutes, set out your stuff, and cast Find Familiar on top of your little turret peak.
And
What?
after 11 minutes, a little Fey Raven shows up.
Fair enough. So,
Sorry.
no, you're good. As the rest of you guys are making your way, waking up, and doing your morning rituals, Azra, you do finish your meal and can eat it wherever you would like. There is a number of tables that are not broken in the main room. The bar is mainly intact. Most of the stools are still intact. As you do find your way and start eating your breakfast. And did you make
Yeah.
enough for everyone?
Yes.
Okay. As well as I'll say, actually, if you want to, you can mark off a full gold. And I'll say you got supplies for a few days. 2 or 3
Okay.
days for now.
That works for me.
I'm gonna.
While you're down there, go ahead and give me a perception check as well.
Oh no.
Alright. You do notice it's a very, very, very faint sound. That sounds like, it almost sounds like bristles against wood.
I'm looking around. I don't actually see anything. I just hear it.
You just hear it. Yep.
Weird. I'm gonna keep eating and listening.
Sure. Oh, to clarify as well for all of you guys, the staircase is actually here. So if second floor, first floor, if you see where the staircase is, basically to get into the building side of everything where you guys are living, you have to go outside the building and come back in. There's also this door if you want to go to the back and kind of go around that way. Just to clarify.
Yeah, I kind of noticed that. I was having Burst up moving about a bit on the outside because he's trying to figure out, how do I get back to the inside?
Yeah, I mean, that's fine. There's alleys between each house, so it wouldn't be a problem to go out the door and kind of scoot back in. While you guys are sitting down, or while you're sitting down for your meal, you hear those little bristle sounds, but nothing seems to bother you. You kind of just keep eating your breakfast. Or lunch at this point, I guess.
Brunch.
While Azra's eating and Berserk is making his way down, I'm just gonna cast Speak with Animals again, and just try to call all the rats together.
Sure. You can do so. It takes a little while, but I'll say it takes about 5 minutes of your spells to get all of the rats together. You can do that.
And I'm just gonna... Okay, so we need to set some rules now that, we are living here. You can only poop on the balcony, and you can only sleep in the spare room. And I just quickly show them the spare room they now have to live in. If you don't follow these rules, you get kicked out. Got it?
You give us food now?
There's food downstairs.
Okay.
You come with me, I give food.
You get food now. You tell
Yeah,
them
and I'm just gonna-
downstairs. So you make your way outside. You guys watch as a clambering of rats just kind of pour out through the walls behind the bar. Because rats aren't gonna go outside to go down the stairs. It's seemingly run into the pantry and then wait something.
Hey, so, you got any food? These little guys are hungry.
If they eat everything, you're replacing it.
Okay. I'm just gonna quickly grab, what's enough for me and enough for, like, another plate of food for them.
Sure, you do so. The rats cooperate for a period of time, before running into the pantry and continuing to eat more food.
No, bad rats! Stay out of the pantry!
You feel like they don't understand you anymore as your spell at this point has faded. As you guys watch as rats then start taking food and kind of start making their way upstairs, up the walls into their little rat holes, and seemingly disappear with some of the food. Not all of the food, but some of the food.
You know, I think I made some progress.
Did we just lose like a whole day of food that I just bought?
You lost like a day of food, yeah.
Don't worry, I'll replace all the food they eat.
You might want to just maybe feed them wherever you're keeping them.
Yeah.
No, that's probably a good idea. Yeah, and I'm just gonna eat the food. Thanks, Azra. This is decent.
Yes. Thank
Alright,
you.
it was a good meal.
Yeah, we should probably find someone to actually cook at some point if one of you is better at it.
Probably not.
Yeah, I don't think we have the finances to hire somebody.
Well, I
Not
just
yet.
mean if one of you is better at cooking.
Yeah, I meant not me. I'm not.
I mean, I don't think cooking is anything like forging. So, probably not.
Probably not, no.
I think I could whip up a mean vegetable salad.
I mean, I have a great aunt who's able to forge a nice loaf of dwarven battle bread.
Bone bread?
Aye. Can take off an orc's head at 30 paces.
Need some of that.
Oh, sounds delicious and deadly.
Uh-huh.
I'm trying to figure out if you mean the bread enhances your ability to take out orcs at 30 paces, or you physically throw the bread 30 paces.
Well,
so they can knock it
you have to
out.
chew it for a while after you carve off a piece with a hacksaw, but... I'm making a reference to Discworld Dwarven bread,
Uh-huh. I got it.
Okay, so do we have anything to do for the day, or I'm just gonna keep on cleaning?
I mean, I
Well-
heard something that sounded like a broom sweeping.
Me too.
Wait, what?
Like the broom pieces scraping the ground.
Go
Does it
ahead and
look
everyone
like it's
give me
been
a give me a wisdom check. Everyone who's down here. I wish there was a roll for short-term memory other than just a plain wisdom roll, but that's just what it is. Silas.
Yes.
You do notice that there was a the night before there was a broom that was resting against the wall closer to the door. It is now moved behind the bar, next to the hatch.
I will point that out to the party.
Azra, you'd also notice that, actually. 14 is enough to notice that.
And I'll ask who was cleaning in here and if they had moved it.
No, I was just moving furniture. I didn't sweep anything up.
Do the floors look swept?
The floors look like they have been somewhat swept. Part of the floor looks like it's been relatively recently swept. Not the entire floor, though.
Well, I mean, I know I wasn't, but looks like someone was. Kind of
So-
half-heartedly.
There's something here. It's sweeping. It's taking food.
And it's not doing a very good job of it.
Yeah. Might be like some spirit of a long dead caretaker of the manor.
So, as you say your snide comment,
Who, me?
you hear behind you a chair crackle to the ground and break on the floor.
Oh,
Boy,
didn't like that one.
yeah, let's not antagonize the spirit or whatever. Let's keep on putting out small offerings to the spirit or whatever.
Sorry if I insulted your cleaning.
You get no answer.
Okay.
Speaking of a caretaker, do you guys think it might be a good idea to hire somebody to keep this place tidy?
Maybe
Do we have the funds
not
to pay for
right
that?
now. Yeah, exactly.
Well, we have all the gold that we got from clearing out that dungeon.
Where is that? I've got it in my pockets. We could probably afford
How much was
at
that?
least 8 months.
16 gold pieces, 82 silver, and 250 copper.
That's a lot. Sure, I don't know. I don't care.
Maybe
That's
we
a lot
should
of
consider
numbers.
buying stuff to make it like home before we.
Yeah. I mean, we have enough people that we can take care of the house, right? And we might not want to disrespect this ghostly caretaker that may or may not exist.
Plus, if we can fix up the tap room, we can maybe hire people to run it.
Exactly, we can get this as an actual working tavern.
Which means all the ale you could ever want.
hmm
Yes.
Well, I think maybe we should find Volo or find some work. Get some gold and buy some furniture. Well,
Not
after
that there's
we...
anything wrong with this furniture, but it's mostly broken.
Yeah. And, well,
Slightly
we
more.
probably should clean up the entirety of the manor first before we do anything so we don't forget.
And if this is
And
a ghost,
I'm
we should
gonna-
get rid of it.
Yeah, finish off my plate of food, stand up, and go to the second floor and start just dusting things off with my cloak.
Do any
Yeah,
of you
I
have
wanna
prestidigitation?
Continue cleaning.
I do. I'll
Right.
start just cleaning stuff up.
You find with prestidigitation it's extremely easy to clear large amounts of dust in short periods of time. The rest of you can
Oh.
manually clean
You
though.
can do that?
Yeah, prestidigitation is specifically used for you can use it for cleaning.
Great, we found our caretaker.
Hey,
While he does that, I'll work on picking up broken stuff.
Yeah, I'll just
Alright.
clear rooms of broken furniture and stuff.
All right. You guys take the better part. So are you guys cleaning? Your guys are cleaning the entire house, then?
I mean
Yeah.
systematically, but
Yeah.
I don't know if
Yeah.
anyone was planning on going out to find out if there was any work or stuff to be done. I know there was talk of that cache of dragons.
Mm-hmm. Well, we can clean and then we can all go out and see what we can find for work.
Yeah, group bonding.
Maybe talk to the guards and see if they have any bounties we could help.
Sure. So, you guys spend the better part of to get the entire house clean takes you about 4 hours. Even with spell casting and the help. Cleaning out the broken furniture. Looking over some of the furniture, it looks like it possibly could just be repaired. A couple of chairs that aren't fully broken, they're just missing one leg and different things like that it would be pretty easier for a carpenter to remake. Going through the rest of the rooms, most of the furniture that's in there is relatively trashed as it hasn't been used in a very long time. It takes after about 4 hours, though, you guys get the place pretty clean.
Whew, that was a lot of work.
Who else is ready for a nap?
I'm always ready for a nap.
Yeah, let's take a short nap and then go out and find some work.
First up, as you
Yes.
guys start to congregate back together, as you guys go to kind of sit down at a table, as you guys congregate together, you go to reach for the chair as the chair's pulled out for you. Not to like a point where you're gonna fall down, just pulled out for you.
Oh, thank you.
As the chair is then pushed back in.
Interesting. I guess if we take care of the house, they're cool with us?
The dust. First, you cleaned the dust, right?
Well, I did a lot of cleaning of the dust.
Huh.
And also some of the stains, and there's some bits of dried food stuck to stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I also did a little bit of work on the ale cellar. I was able to get some of the gunk off with that.
Mm-hmm. We were hearing what sound the sweeping, so maybe it's the dust.
You know, I'm starting to think more and more that this really is a caretaker spirit or ghost.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just gonna take a quick nap. See you in about an hour, and then I'm gonna be ready for some job finding.
Nap time.
Sure. You guys take your short rest and rest up. Well, as you guys were cleaning as well, looking through the wine cellars and the ale cellars, most of the beer again has gone bad at this point. The wine is pretty much all vinegar. Do you guys clear out those, or do you leave the barrels down there?
Are the barrels
say-
usable?
Yeah, that's what I was wondering.
I mean, the barrels are mostly usable. They would probably need to be cleaned out, but they're mostly usable. Barrels are usually still barrels as long as the resin's still good on them.
Yeah, so we'll at least drain them.
The vinegar, or the wine that's turned to vinegar at this point, might be somewhat usable for cooking, but you're not quite sure.
We can hold on to some of it. I don't think we really need a whole barrel, right?
Oh, there's about 20 barrels of wine that has at this point turned into vinegar.
Okay, we don't need that much.
Oh, wait, maybe we can sell that wine vinegar as pure vinegar. I'll pawn it off somewhere.
Only if we know it's safe to consume.
I mean, you know, you want to test it?
I don't care.
Nope, I'm good. Maybe we can feed it just to one rat. For the betterment of the manor.
I mean, I'll let you try to just encourage a rat to drink vinegar.
Yeah, I'm gonna scoop some of that wine vinegar in my hands and try to find a rat.
Sure. Doesn't take you much time. You go to the spare room. There's a herd of 20 rats that were told they could live there now.
You listen to me.
You
Yeah, I'm
attempt to
just gonna-
feed them the vinegar. Some of them sniff your hand and then promptly walk away from you.
Well, looks like this isn't edible, so I'm just gonna walk out to the balcony and throw it on the street.
Okay. You walk out on the balcony and throw the vinegar just out on the street.
Yeah, and I walk back down to the others and say, "This is no good. We should get rid of it."
Like, do we have a sewer spot we can just dump it?
I don't think so. Are there any sewer manholes nearby?
Maybe we should ask before just dumping a lot of vinegar.
Oh, yeah, that's probably fair.
If we're gonna be living here.
That's true. There might be an ordinance about that. They'll have to pay a fine.
Yeah.
They seem to like their ordinance, so. Well, should we go look for work?
Yeah,
I
let's
suppose
look
so.
for work.
Where do you guys think we should go?
I guess we should find, a city guardhouse to direct us to in a place that looks official, that might have work.
I mean, there's that magistrate. Damned if I could remember how to get there, though. It took me like 2 hours to get back.
Yeah, that magistrate could work. I guess we wander the streets until we find the magistrate.
Or we could, ask directions.
I guess that could work too.
So, you guys are heading back into the streets?
Yeah.
Great.
Yep.
Where are you going from there? Let me pull back up the map. So, heading outside the street, where do you head from there?
Well, like, what general direction was the magistrate from the manor?
It was north. No, let me think. Sorry, I'm thinking Waterdeep. I'll pull up a map of Waterdeep real quick, because I'm not familiar where the castle district is.
I think this is Waterdeep, isn't it?
Yeah, you guys are in the city of Waterdeep, but I'm not sure where the castle district is comparison to where you are. Off the top of my head, so I'm gonna pull it up real quick so I can double check where the castle ward is compared to the north ward. I'm pretty sure it's south, but yes, it would be well south of where you are. So,
All right. It's gonna be a trek.
So, you guys head down the south entrance, again, heading through the passageway and start to make your way south. You guys, your group now passes that sign that you see, for the Corellian's Crown.
Oh, side thing. I am sending the Raven Quill up into the air to just kind of get a bird's eye view of the area to
Sure.
hopefully avoid getting lost again.
Sure, you can do that. You do find this sign. If you can see where my thing is, no, you can't because I'm on the GM layer. You do see a sign for this house. It reads the Corellian's Crown. It's a sign, or the sign outside of it has a translucent wall that allows the street to see a rainbow of flowers blossoming within.
Now that's beautiful. We might want to stop by sometime to grab some seeds. Beautify, the manor, if we ever get the time.
There's also a bookstore. We can get some books for the library.
Oh, bookstore?
People read?
Yeah.
Yep, that's kind of what wizards do.
And warlocks.
And druids.
Mhm.
Sometimes.
As you do continue down the street and arrive at this store, you can now read the sign that reads as the Steam and Steel. And once again, you still see a bunch of smoke and steam that seems to be billowing out of the many windows around the indoor forge. Inside of it, you do witness everyone who has a passive perception of above 14. I don't know if any of you do. But if you do, you can make out a what looks like a fire genasi and a water genasi inside that seem to be working on the forge.
Cool. I have a 15.
And you guys can continue your head as you continue to head south towards the magistrate in the in the Castle Keep district. Do not have a map for that. I will add that shortly, or probably next session.
Okay.
It takes you guys about an hour to find the castle ward. When you arrive at the building that you have arrived at before, there's a few city guards that are standing outside.
We can ask them if they know of any work.
Yeah, that's a good idea. And I shout out, "Hey there, I've got a question."
Of course. How are you doing today, citizen?
Doing mighty fine, thank you. I was just wondering, for us proud adventurers, where would we find any bounties or work?
Well, most of them can be found at the city guard's office. That's in the North Ward.
But what does this building look like?
Oh, it'll be towards the actual city walls. There's a small guards kind of guard shack / guard building just on the last road to the north before you head to the northern wall.
Okay, thank you very much.
Of course.
I turned back to the group. We went the complete wrong direction for bounties.
Nailed it.
Okay, but we did go the right direction for the magistrate, so
Yep,
may as well ask.
so yeah, let's ask.
Right.
Lead the way.
As you attempt to make your way in, the guards look at you. Oh, we apologize, but we don't let anyone in who doesn't have an appointment for the day.
Oh, okay. How do we get an appointment?
Well, you have to speak with the magistrate's secretaries and go through the channels to make an appointment with the magistrate.
Okay. And where are the secretaries?
They'll be in the city hall.
Which is what way?
It'll be that way over there,
Okay.
and it points you towards it.
All right. Can they also answer can the secretaries answer minor questions of law?
Actually, I apologize. The guard district actually is in the castle district. This is a different thing. My bad. There is also a castle. There is also a guards. There is a guards barracks that would have the information on as well in the castle. Sorry, what was that last thing you said?
Would the secretaries also be able to answer minor questions of law?
They should be able to. Yes.
All right. And I guess we'll ask the secretary.
Fair enough.
Thank you.
Of course.
Thank
Good day.
you very much.
I'll start heading off to the secretary.
Sure.
And we're all just kind of going there. I'm following.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Certainly, you guys can do that. Sorry, I'm trying to see where this is on this map. So, you guys make your way there. Wait, are you guys making your way to the city hall first, or are you making your way towards the guards barracks?
Is the city hall like in the same direction? Is it closer?
They're close to each other, but kind of in opposite directions.
I was planning on going to city hall.
Yeah.
Alright, City Hall first.
Fair enough. So, you guys make your way there. You do find a kind of a smaller, smaller sized building. It's not super big. A sign outside says the connoisseur. As you walk in and find a bunch of people working at desks and separate little areas tucked into this room. Several of them with different lines of people that are in front of them. It seems most people are complaining in some way, shape, or form about stuff to the people, and they're writing down notes.
Looks like we'll have to wait in line a long while. But better claim a spot. Oh, what's the shortest line? Or are all the lines equal?
The short, I mean, there's not really a line as much as just kind of several people standing in front of different people. It's kind of a hodgepodge of people. You're not really sure which one is the shortest line.
Okay, I'll just go towards whichever looks the shortest.
Sure. So you go to the place where there's the least amount of people talking at someone. They finish up their conversation relatively quickly with them. Are you guys listening into the conversation?
Yes.
Yeah.
Right. Go ahead and give me a perception check. Some of us are very, very good at listening into someone else's conversation.
I'm thinking about books.
So, you do hear complaints of a crime that has been happening in different parts of the North Ward itself. It seems to be a continuous crime that keeps happening in these locations. Before they kind of storm off. As a younger halfling sits behind the desk. Sits behind as she's also propped up on a book or two to make sure that she's at level with the desk. As it seems this desk was not designed for halflings. As she sits there and looks up her. Hello, how can I help you?
Hello there. I was just wondering, to clear up some legal matters, would dumping barrels full of... Oh, it's no problem. You can go after me. No, sorry.
I think it's a better way of asking that maybe was, what is the proper legally approved way of disposing of wine and or beer that has gone off?
You know, that's a better way to phrase it.
Well, you can either look for someone who's gonna buy it, or you can dump it down the sewers. I don't really care. I don't think there's any. As long as you don't dump it in the streets, you should be fine.
Okay, so, and like the volume of it is, if you're just dumping in the sewer, as long as it's being dumped into the sewer specifically, we're not too concerned about like the volume or whatever.
It'll go out into the ocean somewhere.
That's fair. No one will care about it there then, I suppose.
Okay, thank you very much.
Of course. Is there anything else I can help you with today?
No, wait.
Well, I mean, I had a night, I thought. So, do you know anything about Troll Skull Manor?
Personally, no. I've heard of the place before.
Just the name, but nothing about it?
It's on Troll Skull Alley, I believe, up in the Northern Ward. It was once a relatively well-known tavern in the town that fell on some hard times many years ago. and since then it's been abandoned and sold off to a couple of different people. That's all I can
Oh, how
really
much
give
was it
you
sold
that
for
I
last
know.
time? You know?
Not quite sure. I'd have to go back and look in the paperwork.
Okay. Well, I mean, I'd be curious, but I don't want to trouble you.
Appreciate that.
Okay, that was all I had.
Alright, anybody have anything else?
Nope.
Okay, thank you for your time.
Of course. Have a good day.
Yep, you too. Off to bounties we go, and
Guys,
I get out the door.
Make your way out outside of this building to a bustling market. Where is it you guys would like to go now?
The city guard barracks for bounties.
Alright. You guys make your way south. It's on the other side of the castle ward from where you guys currently are. But it doesn't take you too long to get there. As you guys eventually make your way to a city barracks. Outside of it is posted a small bounty board. Looking over the papers, you guys find a couple of different names, and a couple different pictures that look to be drawn of different things, as well as some general posts like, if you're having problem with crimes in what areas, report it to the magistrate's office and let us, or so that way we can track where we need to watch, and a couple different other things. Are you guys specifically looking at the bounties then, I'm guessing?
Yep.
Yeah.
Alright, give me 1 second. Let me go ahead and generate some names randomly. Oh wait. Give me 1 second actually. I can do this. So there is a bounty that is out for a couple of different people. There's currently bounties out on a drow that's been roaming the city by the name of Felrek Lefin. I'll go ahead and type that in chat as well. Lefin, sorry. As well as Krubyeg Masculier, which is there you go. Good for those two. These two seemingly at some or have been causing problems at some point. There's not too many details on them. They seem to be working as a group, and most of their trouble seems to be happening at night. As well as actually that's it for now.
And where are they causing problems at?
They seem to be causing problems in the they've been spotted in the North Ward several times.
But mostly at night.
Yep.
We could try this one.
Yeah,
Yeah,
for
sounds good.
whatever.
How much does it pay?
Looking at the contract, it says there's two different values for brought in dead or alive, 100 gold per person, as in per person that you bring in of the two, And for further information, 10 gold.
Well, I should find them.
This seems doable. Let's do it.
Alright.
All right.
Well, let's head to. How far away from nighttime?
Probably about 6 hours ish.
Well, we can ask around about them and stuff.
Certainly can't.
Let's ask around.
So, you guys head back to the northward then to ask around? Great, you can do that. You guys head back to, where are you guys heading specifically? Are you guys heading back towards the manor for now, or are you heading towards, where else would you like to go other than the manor? Just around in general, or?
Could we maybe find a tavern?
Sure. Let me see what taverns are in the North Ward. You do find a couple of taverns that are in the North Ward. Where is this one located on the map? Oh, really? They have 2 taverns in the North Ward, and they're across the street from each other. That seems like a weird decision to make business-wise. So as you guys are making your way down Seardom Street, Seardom Street is the street to the north of your house. It's kind of out towards more of the walls, but you have heard you guys who have been in the city a little while, you have heard of a tavern or a couple taverns that are there. While you guys are making your way down the street, you run into 2 taverns that are across the road from each other, roughly. One of them is called A Maiden's Tears, and the other one is called Twilight Hunters.
Seems like they're directly competing with each other. Left or right? What do you guys think?
Let's go to the. Was it Maiden's Tears, you said?
Maiden's Tears.
That one.
Sounds good. I'm gonna go into the Maiden's Tears.
Alright. Go ahead and find this. Alright. So, you make your way into the to the tavern. The tavern is relatively sparse. There's not many people inside of it as you look through it. Walking in the front door, there's probably about 7 or 8 people total in the tavern, including the barkeep.
How are these people dressed? Do they look like common people? Do they look like adventurers, or are they more like maybe noble looking?
Most of them look very noble of dress.
Well, we could ask around in here, and if we don't get any information out of them, we could always head back to the Twilight Hunters place.
Yeah, that sounds like.
I don't think I want to drink here though.
Yeah, I'm gonna walk up to anybody that's like alone.
Well, there's no one. Most of the people who are sitting in here are not alone. They're all with other people. All of them noble dressed. Most of them, as you look around and see what they're drinking, most of them are drinking wines.
Oh, these rich nobles. Then I'm just gonna walk up to any random group.
All right. You can walk up to a random group, or you can walk up to the barkeep. It is your choice.
Walk up to a random group.
You walk up to 3 individuals who are sitting together. As you walk up, you find there's two elves of extremely well dressed, comparative to the average person that you see in the town, as well as one is a little bit less well dressed, but I mean still seems relatively proper. Who is a human as well. As I turn to you, can I help you?
Hello, good sirs. I was just, wondering if you knew anybody who was, who had encountered, Felric Lafine?
I've never heard that name before. Should I have? Oh, I do believe that's the person who's been causing trouble around town. Oh, one of the hooligans who's been causing trouble. Well, I have little problem with that.
Have you seen anybody who has have problems with that sort of thing?
Oh, certainly not, certainly not. No, we make our way inside a great deal before nighttime, when all the ruffians and hooligans and criminals come out.
Okay, alright, thank you very much. You see, I'm just trying to find this person and bring them to justice.
Well, good luck! They kind of
Thank
give
you
you a
for
little
the
bit of a weird
information.
look as they go back to eating their food.
I'm just gonna walk away.
Might have better luck in the other place.
Yeah, probably. They're too posh.
Seems so.
Can I get a look at the bartender? I don't want to step
Sure.
too close to him, but I just want to know if he also looks noble dressed or if he's just like a.
There's a half elf woman who's behind the bar. She doesn't look noble of dress, but she is definitely very well kept. The clothes that she is wearing is very presentable. It looks like they've been cleaned relatively recently. It looks like a bartender would for a relatively posh noble crowd.
Okay.
As well as this place is incredibly clean. This place is very, very well kept. The tables are of a very, very high quality oak. The chairs look like all of them have been purchased within the last year.
Does anyone want to talk to the barkeep, or do you guys think we should just head over to the other tavern?
Let's just head over to the other one.
I probably should have the other one. These folks don't look like they're too likely to be the sort to be troubled.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Sure. So you guys head over to the other tavern, the Twilight Hunter. Inside of here is it's a little bit rougher, tougher crowd. You see as you guys make your way in as well, you notice that the sign in and of itself has been scratched up on the bottom. Seemingly what looks like, it almost looks like someone kind of carved a dagger into it a couple of times. It looks like the sign is about 15 feet off the road, probably about 12 feet off from the entrance stairs. Making your way inside, you find a bar that hasn't been kept quite as well. A couple of the tables in the middle of it broken. You see 2 gentlemen sitting behind the bar, seem to be the barkeep, as well as about 15 or 20 individuals that are kind of scattered around tables.
Could I just get a quick glance at everybody in the room? Does anybody match the descriptions that were given for
Looking
the
around,
bounties?
looking around the people at the room, there's no one that you see that you could mark as specifically drow. It doesn't look like anyone's skin complexion matches really. There's a couple of half-elves in here who do have a little bit darker skin complexion, but looking at their ears are a little bit shorter than a drow's ears would be.
Is there anyone that's like hooded?
There is a couple of hooded individuals in here, yes, but you can't really get a good look at their face.
Okay. Are any like? So from what I understand, like the Thorect and Krebik people, they're like traveling as a pair, right? They don't work in like a bigger group.
As far as you're aware, they work as a pair.
So could I maybe see like two people sitting next to each other, or does it seem like most of the groups are bigger than just the
Most
pair?
of the groups are either bigger or they're one person. There is one person with a cloak over their head, kind of off a little bit ways in the corner. But most of the rest of the groups, like the cloaked individuals that are in here, are with groups of people that have groups that without cloaks on as well, seemingly having conversation.
I'll try to non-discreetly point the person that's alone with the cloak on to the party.
Yeah, he's not hard to notice. He's kind of off in the corner, back to the door, with his cloak up.
Okay. I think one person should keep an eye on him while we ask around. If he immediately bolts, then we'll know that he's at least somewhat related to the two people we're looking for.
Sounds good. I'm gonna walk up to the barkeep and just sit down.
Sure. You walk up to the barkeeps. As you approach, you notice there's two fire genasies who are standing behind the bar. Both of them twins. As you approach the bar and kind of sit down, they look at you. How can we help you today?
Well, I was just wondering if you had any food.
Oh, certainly, we have the best food. Isn't that right, brother? Of course, we always have the best food in town.
Give me something hearty and filling.
Hearty and filling. We'll have that right up. As he says this, one of the fire genasies heads back into the kitchen. As you watch him walk through the door, it flaps a couple times. Is everyone here as well? Just wondering. I know people are saying they're having issues.
I'm still here.
Faye? I think she might be still having Discord issues. You know what? This is a good time for a break. We're going to take a quick break, guys, and we'll pick up with this after the break. We'll let our members who are dealing with issues get that solved, and then we'll be right back.
Okay.
Cool.
Sounds.
Alright, guys, we are back. Sorry about that. We have sorted out our issues and we have our missing player back.
Sorry.
Oh, good. Let me go ahead and fix rolls for you guys. There we go. So, you guys are inside of the Twilight Hunter. Who's keeping watch on the person who is in the corner with their hood up by themselves?
I would like to do that.
All right, go ahead and give me a perception check for that. And then who is speaking with the barkeep again? I apologize.
I am.
All right. The Heath here is speaking with the barkeeps, asking about food.
Yep.
After about a few minutes, the other fire genasi brings out he brings out a plate of what looks like mostly smoked meat. And sets it in front of you.
Smells mighty fine. Thank you very much. How much would it cost me?
For the whole plate, that'll be 3 silver.
I just toss him a gold.
Oh, thank you very much for the tip.
Not a problem. And I start digging into the meats.
All right. What are the rest of you guys doing while he orders food?
I would like to order a beer.
Sure. He slides you a nail.
Oh, yes.
That'll be 2 bronze. Or 2 copper. Copper, not bronze. And that was my wow moment right there.
I was gonna order a beer and something so like some regular meal or whatever.
Sure. He slides you an ale. Brings you out a small sandwich, filled with some meats that have been smoked for the day, and it costs you a silver piece.
I'll pay him a silver. But the other thing is I was going to try to be surreptitious about keeping an eye on the hooded person in the corner as well.
All right. Go ahead and give me a perception check. Okay. Sure. You as you guys are eating and eating your meal, Azra, is there anything else you're doing while watching him? Are you getting food as well, or just kind of trying to attempt to watch him, despite the roll?
I'll get some food, yeah.
All right. You order food and ale as well, and they bring it out. As you guys are waiting on your food, you look back. The hooded individual is just gone.
Oops.
Oh, he left.
Looking over their table, it seems like they've left behind a few coins, and they've headed out. They finished their meal as well. They have a completely empty plate as well as a empty mug of ale on the table. They have made their way outside.
I look over to the empty table and I say, well, that's too bad. And I go back to my meal.
Yep. You guys have a hearty dinner at this point. Yeah, dinner.
This place is good. Come back here sometime.
I'd like to ask the like bar people
Sure.
if they know the person that was like eating in that corner, and if they could give a description of them.
Sure. They one of them looks over. Well, I don't recall who was sitting there this evening. Do you recall, brother? I don't think so. He comes in pretty regularly, though.
Could
For
I roll, like,
personal
insight or
information.
something?
Yeah, go ahead. Roll insight.
Hello.
I'm trying to suss out like if they actually don't recognize him, or if they're like trying to like keep his identity to
Um,
themselves.
21. Let me think. They're definitely not telling the truth. They know who is sitting there. You can't really suss out exactly why they're not telling you.
Okay.
Thank you for the follow.
I mean, if the person's not here, I guess I'll just like ask outright. We noticed a bounty board for 2 drow. The names of Felrect Lafine and Krebig Masculier. Do they mean anything to you?
We've heard the name before. I believe we have. Yes, I've heard the name before. I believe they worked for one of the organizations in town. I don't recall the name of it. I believe it's run by what's his name? Banry? I think is his name. Yeah, I believe that's it. What exactly they do, I'm not quite sure. I've just heard rumors.
Do I need to roll another insight check to see if they're like keeping honest about this, or?
Yeah. If you want to roll another insight check, go ahead. They seem to be telling the truth. You feel pretty confident that they're telling the truth.
Okay. And you've never seen these people in your tavern? They haven't caused any trouble around this area?
Well, I mean, some of them have caused trouble around the area, but it's been a few days since we've heard specifically. They're very hard to find as well. They're not exactly the easiest people to find on a daily basis. They're very good at their job, I think is the best way to phrase it.
Thank you for your trouble, and I'll toss them like 2 silver.
They give you a nod. You watch the silver vanishes from the counter. Almost like a sleight of hand trick.
Yep. Is the whole party like sitting around the bar?
Yeah. No, I'm at the bar or the table, whatever we're at. Sipping on a burr.
Cool. If I can find like a open table where nobody's sitting, I'd like to maybe like call the party over. Like have a discussion about what we should do next.
I'm gonna wave over the barkeeps again.
Sure. Yeah, one of them walks over. Anything else I can do for you?
Yeah, I was just wondering if you had some, like, extra grains or breadcrumbs that I could purchase.
We have old bread. Is that what you're looking for? Something of that like?
Sure, that works. I'll take all the old bread well, how much do you have?
Oh, I haven't quite checked. We've made a couple of batches today. I'm sure that we have some left over.
Yeah, I'll take 4 or 5 loaves if you have it.
Oh, certainly. Let me see what we have. He goes in the back, comes out with a basket of what looks like 2.5 loaves of bread, roughly. This is what was left of the evening.
Sure, this works. How much
Does he
will
look
it run me?
confused?
A little bit. He looks a little confused, but he's just following along. How about 1 silver for the whole basket? I mean, we can't really sell it, so I don't really know what the price of old bread that you can't sell anymore is. I apologize.
Sounds reasonable. And I hand him a silver.
Fair enough. We appreciate it. He's very perplexed.
Thank you.
Well, that's not the sale I expected to make today. He kind of walks back and carries the basket back into the back.
Sale's a sale.
Pretty much.
This is gonna be some nice food for the rats.
Figured that's what it was for.
Oh,
Ugh.
So, how many people are like in the tavern at this point, aside from the
Um,
party?
A couple people have left as it is getting a little bit later into the night. There's probably about 12 people left in the bar, excluding the barkeep.
And so obviously compared to the other tavern that's across the street, this place is maybe not like run down, but like a little bit rougher.
It's definitely
does
definitely
it
a little
seem
bit rougher.
like does it seem like adventure rough, or like common person rough, or does it seem like street rat rough? Like, is there a worse tavern where we could find better information?
You're not quite sure. These are the main two
specifically-
taverns who do. These are the main two taverns who had information on this area.
Yeah. So specifically, I guess I'm asking like, do the people in this tavern seem like they're just like adventurers or common people, or do they
Most
seem
of them
like...
seem like. Most of them that you see seem like common people who are just going about their daily business.
Mhm.
Whether they're finishing up in shops that are in the area, or whether they're live somewhere else in the area, or live somewhere else and they just come here, you're not quite sure.
Okay. Is there anybody that maybe seems a little bit out of place? Maybe there's like other people with heads up or that like look a little bit dirtier?
Not really. Most of them seem pretty at home.
Okay.
A couple of them you do notice that they do have kind of the more of the European tradition, but the kind of the frequenters table, or the closest table to the bar that there's a couple of people sitting at. There's, usually the people who are at the bar on a regular basis kind of situation.
Okay.
Apart from that, there's not really anything too out of the ordinary here. I mean, there is a couple people with hoods up, but it's not too uncommon for people just to wear their hood up if they want to be left alone. And at the moment, the people who are sitting with their hoods up are sitting at tables with people who do not have hoods up.
Yeah. I guess I'll turn to the party and I'll say, this place is alright, but I'm not sure how much more information we'll be able to get out of the area. I think we might want to head to maybe a skeevier tavern.
If there is one, we could try.
maybe.
I'm trying to remember the name. Is the Skewered Dragon the like nicer tavern where we hung out with Bolo?
Trying to find.
Oh wait, no. The Skewered Dragon I think is the one where Raynar like would hang out sometimes by the docks.
Yes.
How
Yeah.
far is that place from us?
About from where you guys are, it's about a 3 to 4 hour walk.
Oh,
Completely the other side of town. Yeah, the North Ward is literally on the opposite side of the town, and Waterdeep is a pretty damn big town. It's probably not 3 hours actually. Based off of map legend, it'd be about like an hour and a half probably to get there.
okay. So I'll turn to the party and I'll say, we don't necessarily need to head out all the way to the Skewered Dragon, but maybe we can try to look for a rougher tavern. Or would you guys like to spend a little bit more time here and maybe just pick it up tomorrow?
I don't have a preference. I'll drink ale anywhere.
Yeah, no preference.
No
You feel
preference here.
we'll have better luck somewhere else? I'm more than willing to try.
Yeah, I mean, if they do crime in the North Ward, I doubt they're gonna drink here.
Possible that they won't, yeah.
I think it would be a good idea to maybe see if there's like any other taverns that we can look for.
Yeah.
Sure. Are you specifically trying to stick to the northward for looking for taverns?
Well, it's getting like a little bit late, right?
Yeah.
Like people have already started to kind of clear out.
Yeah, it's
So
getting to
I'm
the time where
guessing-
taverns would normally be like they're getting close to their peaks and
Hmm.
slowly starting to kind of die out as the more of the normal or the normal system they're starting to head to their houses to head to sleep for the evening. Those are kind of
Yeah.
around
this
that
would
time.
be when they try and do their attacks. Yeah, they do that at night.
It's a good point. We could maybe just patrol around our house. Maybe keep like within like a 30-minute walk from it, and just ask around, see if there are other taverns, and like maybe we'll run across some troublemakers while we're at it.
Seems reasonable.
Whatever the party would like to do.
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
I wanna brush shoulders with people that are like maybe making their way back or like headed out. Ask them if they like have heard anything about the two people we're looking for, or if they like know anything about other taverns in the area.
Sure. Go ahead and give me an investigation check. All right. Asking around town, you don't really have much luck. Most of the people you bump into refer you to the two taverns that you've already been to, as they're the taverns that they frequent. And for activities, most of them don't seem to know any activities that are going on. They try to stay out of business like that.
Okay, I'll just be patrolling, keeping my eyes out for anything that looks off.
Sure. Are you guys heading back towards your tavern or back towards your manor then?
Yeah, I am.
So, as you guys keep along that road, you guys eventually will come to here. Because that is the road past your house. This is here at dawn. Yeah, this is here at dawn. You guys do see an alley that leads to what looks like possibly another shop between some of the houses down the way. That leads into like kind of a little courtyard area just before you get to your house. You guys can continue to your house if you want to.
Say that again.
So you or you guys are making your way down this road, heading towards the house. You do see down here that looks like a little courtyard, with what looks like a shop at the end of it. On the way back to the house, if you want to check it out, you can. If not, you guys can just keep making your way back to the house. It's up to you.
May as well take a look.
Yeah, let's check it out.
Are there people there?
Looking down the courtyard, I mean, you don't really see many people. You can see that there's doors to houses that lead possibly down there, and there's a shop down there. Those are the two things that really catch your eye.
Okay.
So you guys head down there?
Yeah.
Alright. Heading down there, you guys do find right here a sewer cover or sewer manhole cover. As well as you find the shop. Outside the shop, you find a small wooden sign just above the door. The sign is completely bare, except for a very large nail that's been driven into the sign that's been bent downwards. Looking inside the windows, you see displays of ornate wooden furniture, as well as a small selection of what looks like bows and crossbows on the wall. And the other wall that's on the side wall is lined with finely carved wooden canes, quarterstaffs, and shields.
This looks like a weapons shop.
At the moment, looking into it, it seems like most of the whoever works here seems to be gone for the evening. As you approach the door and kind of pull on the door is locked at the moment.
Okay, I'll make like a mental note of the area.
Well, it's closed, so can we
Interesting, though.
get back to patrol?
It's right down the back alley from your house as well. You can actually, as you guys approach the side of the house, can see the manor just kind of down this little back alley.
Oh, neat. To the house.
To the
The
house.
house.
As you guys approach the front door, you do see outside the front door, you see a man just kind of standing outside the front door.
Of our house?
Yep.
Does he look like anyone we've seen in any of the bars today?
You don't recognize him.
I'll try to approach him maybe like a little bit quietly.
Sure. You attempt to completely sneak up on him, or do you just attempt to kind of walk up next to him?
I just want to like get close to him, preferably without him noticing, so that he doesn't like scurry off as soon as he sees somebody approaching.
Sure, you can.
Would you want a stealth check for that, or can I just walk
Yeah,
up?
go ahead and roll me a stealth check.
Stealth.
We'll see how freaked out this guy's going to be.
12.
Okay. Let me go ahead and really quickly pull up their character sheet. Actually, that doesn't beat their passive perception. They, as you do that, she turns to meet your gaze. Oh, hello.
Hi, what are you doing here?
Oh, well, we heard that another adventuring party was coming into town and they lived here. Rumors has spread around town. Olo's been speaking of some group that's been doing good work, so I was just coming to see and meet the new people who are here.
That'll be us, and I'll gesture for the party to like come forward if they haven't already.
Oh,
I was letting you sneak because there's no way I would have done that.
Mm-hmm.
well,
But
lovely
I'll
to
walk
meet
up.
you. My name is Melanor. I'm of the Emerald Enclave.
Hello.
It's lovely to meet all of you. Your names?
I'm a Larry. I'll raise my hand like, hi.
I'll raise my hand too, and I'm Heath.
Where's the Molten Quarry of the Molten Quarry clan?
Asra.
Silas, no, I'll give her a little nod. Would you like to come in?
I can't stay for too long. It's getting rather late and I need to get back, but I just wanted to introduce myself. Let you know if you're ever interested in, joining the Emerald Enclave to just let me know.
So,
I mean, what's the Emerald Enclave?
Oh, we're a group of mostly, clerics and druids. Usually we see animals to, make our acquaintances, but I figured this was worth the trouble of making my way up here.
And where might we find you?
Oh,
If we do choose to
I
take you up on the
apologize.
offer.
I live down at the Fucklemere, or Folkamere. I think is how you're supposed to pronounce it.
Lemire.
I will type this out in chat because I am terrible at pronunciation. There we go. Falconmere, I think. Falconmere? Let's go with Falconmere. That looks right. Down in the Southern Ward.
We'll consider your offer. Thank you very much.
Appreciate it. Have a wonderful day.
We'll be seeing you around.
Stay safe.
And as she, as you say that, she taps her staff on the ground and turns into a little kitty and runs off.
Oh, so cute.
That was strange.
Yeah, a little bit.
Do we have like keys to open the door to our house?
Yeah, I mean,
Obviously.
yeah. Sorry, you guys do have keys. I'm imagining you lock and unlock it.
Yeah. Okay. I'll unlock the door and walk in.
Right. You guys unlock the door and walk in to find the house, and still in good condition, very clean.
The dust moved.
Well, you guys cleaned all the dust, so
Is the furniture moved?
give me a wisdom check. You're not sure? Silas, some of the tables have been moved around.
Is it like noticeable? Like it's moved pretty far, or is it just like a couple of inches one way or another?
Looking at it, it looks like some of the tables that were in a little bit worse shape have been pushed a little bit further back into the room. And it looks like some of the nicer conditioned tables were kind of pushed more into the center of the bar. Into the center of the tavern. I can go ahead and drag you back to the manor. So yeah, that's what you notice. You guys have
It's
about
the same to
three
me.
tables in here that are of good quality. The other ones are broken or at least, scratched up. You do have enough stools for most of the tables as well as five stools around the bar that seem to be in serviceable condition after they've been cleaned.
All right, so do we want to start trying to work on getting the wine and beer out?
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
we
clean
probably
those out.
should.
Can do that.
Clean the barrels.
Yeah, there was that manhole by the weapons looking shop.
How many barrels are there that are full that need to be dumped?
Total, you have 10 full barrels of wine that have turned into vinegar, and there is 3 barrels of beer left.
Fuck. So 13 barrels.
Yeah, 13 barrels total. As well as technically 14 because there's one that's broken open as well.
No, we're probably gonna end up discarding that one if it broke.
Yeah. Hmm. Any way you guys want to get these down there?
I mean,
think
how
we
much does it
just-
weigh is a question.
Oh, yeah.
Pretty sizable. Let me. I'm trying to remember how much a cask barrel weighs full. They're pretty heavy, if I remember correctly.
I know kegs are pretty heavy.
I think barrels are actually usually heavier than kegs, depending on
Yeah.
how large they are. And these are full-size barrels, so. No, that is not what I was looking for. That is a barrel of a gun, not.
Oh.
Not a. It's gonna look up your barrel. That should come up with it. You're looking at probably about 170 pounds per. Most of it being the liquid inside of it.
Okay,
Getting
and how's
them
carrying
anywhere
capacity work?
far is going to be hard.
All right, well, Burzduck will take off his armor, set down his battle axe and shield, and will heft one to his shoulder and carry it out.
Go ahead and give
Just
me
do
an
it one at a
athletics
time.
check. Anyone who wants to help him, you can as well.
Yeah, I'll try and grab
Yeah,
the
I'm gonna
barrel as
help.
well.
What's the check we need?
Athletics check.
Oh,
All right. This is so perfectly split. So so uh Silas and Keith, you're both doing that friend thing where like they said they're gonna help you move. And they're not really helping, they're just kind of there for emotional support. But between O'Leary, Ezra, and Birthstuck, you guys do manage to. You guys can takes you about 30 minutes to clear out the pantry or to clear out the cellars and get all
I'm
the
impressed I
all the
didn't-
barrel set.
I'm impressed I didn't like drop a barrel and break it
Make
in
No,
the common room
no,
or something.
Luckily enough, you were kind of trying to help, O'Leary or Birthstuck out at the time, and they managed to compensate for it. So
Okay.
you're okay. No barrels were broken. But yeah, you guys managed to haul the barrels out to the sewer. What are you doing with them? Are you dumping them out and keeping the barrels?
Yeah, dumping and keeping the barrels is my plan.
All right.
So carrying capacity is your strength score multiplied by 15. That's how much you can carry.
Yes.
So apparently I'm at like 255 pounds.
Yep. And as long as you're like, I don't really track carry weight unless you guys are getting a little ridiculous, but because most of the time you're going to be below your carry capacity.
Oh yeah.
The only time you're not is when you're like, yeah, I'm just going to take these 13 battle axes and these 4 great swords, and it's like, all right, you're getting into a little bit spatial concerns here. Where are you holding all of that? But apart from that, I'm not really too worried. So yeah, you guys over time managed to get all the barrels poured out into the sewer, and hauling them back. Go ahead and give me a whoever wants to, you can volunteer one person. Go ahead and give me a D20 roll, just a straight D20 roll. Anyone who wants to.
Anyone feeling? Yeah, go.
All right. As you have emptied them out and everything, you've got about 8 of the barrels out of the full 13 look like they could be cleaned and reused. The other ones, once you've emptied them out, they look relatively rough wear and tear wise. The inside, most of the resin is either close to gone or pretty much completely gone. And it doesn't look like the wood itself has been started to rot away as well.
Well, I mean, can salvage some of it.
Some is better than none.
Yeah, keep the 8 and clean them.
All right. I'll get to wiggling my fingers.
Where are we
Yeah,
gonna?
I'll help clean them too.
What are we gonna do with the ones that we can't use anymore? Are we just gonna store them away somewhere, or is there
Why
a
don't
place
you
that we
like cut them in half and make them little rat houses or something?
That could work. I have a hand axe. Could I use that to maybe like split them once we get them back?
Sure, you can attempt to.
I don't like how this sounds, but
So the barrels are held together with metal holders. They'll actually hold the boards together.
oh,
So attaching or like hitting them with a hand axe doesn't really. It's really hard to split one in half because the boards are held together by these supporting metal strands or bands, and then the resin is kind of what seals it together and gives it its quality that can actually hold liquids. There's not really a way to split the barrel in half from the aspect of or like vertically. You can split it horizontally if you want to attempt to try that.
is there maybe a way to just get like the metal off of it?
There
Maybe,
is,
like,
but
cut between it.
if you remove the metal, it would literally just turn it into planks of wood.
True.
Okay. I'll try to split one horizontally then. Should I
Okay.
roll another
Um,
next attack or?
go ahead and So this isn't really an attack. This is a thing.
Like a dex check? Maybe?
It would be an
Like a
athletics
carpentry
check because
check.
you're using an axe.
Maybe carpentry if you're proficient in the tools.
Yeah, I mean,
I
if
do
you're
not have
proficient in carpentry tools, then it would be carpentry. But otherwise, it's just gonna be a general athletics check. Because
General.
axes are more strength based than they are dex based.
Sure. 11. I'm gonna lose a finger.
Yeah, it takes a little while, but you makeshift hack and chop at it for a while. You did get it into two pieces. The pieces are a little bit rough with the fact that the wood is rotted away at this point in some areas, but you have a barrel in two pieces.
Cool. I will give this to Heath, I guess.
These will make for some excellent houses.
Enjoy. While I'm do I know what like role or like class Heath is? Sorry.
Yeah, I'm a druid.
I'll ask him, like, is there any way you could possibly see if there's any magic in this house? I'm wondering if the creature that is like cleaning up after us might be like a familiar or something. Do you have like a detect magic possibly?
Well, I definitely can't do it today. I could do it maybe tomorrow. I'll have to rack my memory.
Okay, just something to consider. I'll I don't know, I'll walk like into the meat room or something. Sit down.
All right, are you gonna take the barrels upstairs to try to make them rat homes?
Yeah, so he gave them to me, so I'm gonna go to the spare room.
Yeah, you can do that. Kind of carve like little holes in like the side of the barrel. Actually, no, it already have a hole. I'll just say that you chopped it up where the cork would normally be placed. So it the tap hole is now the hole on each side of the barrel for them to get in and out. It functions.
Here's your new home, little ones.
They don't understand what you're saying right now.
Yeah. And
They speak back at you incessantly.
I toss one loaf of the stale bread for
Okay.
them to eat.
You toss a loaf of stale bread. You watch as they immediately dogpile onto this loaf of bread. In about 10 seconds, the entire loaf of bread is turned into small crumbs that they persist to continue to clean up.
Bam.
Wow, so hungry.
It's 20 rats. It's a lot of rats.
I'm gonna toss them the half loaf
Alright.
and keep the other stale loaf with me.
All right. They quickly devour the other half of bread and then continue to look at you.
I slowly walk out the door and close it.
All right. They don't follow.
So obedient.
Well, they're like, we're still getting food, so we'll stay.
Yeah. I can go through the den onto the balcony, right?
Yeah, there's plenty of balconies.
Okay, so I'm just gonna go to the balcony here, north of the den,
All right.
and I'm gonna use wild shape to turn into a cat. And would I be able to climb up onto the roof?
Yeah. If you wanted to, you could cat leap onto the roof. Here, let me go ahead and do this real quick. Yeah, you could do that. You jump up on the roof as the cat, or climb up the side of the wall as the cat.
Yep, and I'm just gonna stay on the roof looking down onto the streets for a few hours, just looking out for anything suspicious.
Okay. Yeah, you can do that. Go ahead and give me a perception check. Okay.
I'm like looking up into the sky, looking at the stars.
You confidently spend your hour in your cat form. You do notice that it's a little bit difficult for cats to see at night, as cats don't have dark vision because they just don't, according to 5e. So it's one of those weird things where I'm like 90% sure cats can see in the dark, but they can't in 5e. So you fuck cats.
Yep.
But yeah, you don't notice anything out of the ordinary.
Can the wolves see at night?
I don't think so. I don't think wolves have
I think
dark
they
vision
mostly
either.
depend on smell.
Yeah. Let me see. I'm pretty sure wolves. So they have keen scent and keen hearing, but they do not have dark vision.
Interesting.
Well, because most wolves don't rely on dark vision to see at night. They rely on the moonlight to see at night. So
Yeah, it's
it
just
makes sense.
interesting.
It's just weird. But yeah. So, what are the rest of you guys doing?
Oh, boat, what time is it now?
It's settling into about 10 to 11 p.m. It's getting late.
Yeah, I'll probably just head up and get ready for bed.
Sure, you can do that.
Much the same. Probably gonna do a bit of studying of my spell book.
Leary definitely doesn't think about books at all.
You just realized that.
I actually probably would have been staring at my spell book and smoking my pipe in the main floor of the tavern for a portion of the evening.
Sure, you can do that. Let me do that real quick. Do that because I have to upgrade some of you guys' tokens. So, Azra, you're just heading to bed? Okay. So, you guys settle in for an evening. Who is the last one up?
I think that'd be me.
Okay. So,
I mean, I'll stay up a bit late, but eventually we'll turn in.
all right.
Probably close
fair
to
enough.
midnight or so.
Well, whoever's the last one up, you notice. Go ahead and give me a wisdom. Actually, for the last two of you guys, go ahead and give me perception checks.
I mean, it's better than my last one.
Yeah. Great. Brewstock, you do notice as you're kind of getting up from your chair and start to go through. You notice the chairs around the bar where you guys kind of were sitting and talking. All of them start to get readjusted, kind of under the bar a little bit better, more in a. Almost kind of more in like a certain spot. They're like the exact same distance from each other. And they kind of get pushed in.
Burzduck will nod, say, "Good work. Good night." Wave generally in the direction of the stools and walk upstairs.
Right? You do so. Don't hear anything, but you do so. So, the rest of you guys start to settle in for a night, for a long rest, and we will go ahead and call the session there for the evening.
Long rest.
You guys do get a long rest if you guys use any spells or any of that mumbo jumbo fancy stuff. And we'll go ahead and pick up again next week. Anything else you guys want to do before your long rest? Just to clarify.
No. My character is fine. She probably went up there, thought about everyone talking about books, thinking that's weird, and then passed out.
Right. To clarify as well, all of you guys, even though you have rooms, all of you guys are sleeping on the floor at the moment because there's no beds in this entire house.
Oh yeah, I'm using a bedroll. That's fine.
Yeah, I'm just clarifying. The only real
I
furniture
assume.
that exists in the house is like there is, kind of toilets in the privies, but that's about it. It does have it. They usually don't move privies as they kind of connect with the sewer system, and it's a little bit expensive to move and take with them.
Fair.
Generally speaking.
They are wooden toilets though, because why not?
Oh man, I'm gonna get Splinter.
Butt splinters, the best splinters.
No, no, all splinters are horrible. Those are the worst.
So I thank you guys for joining me this week. I thank you guys, everyone who tuned in and watched. We'll be back on Wednesday night for my other campaign for Associates, the Guild and Beyond. And then, you should be back with this campaign again next week as well on Saturday. I probably will be starting around 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for this game, and then 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for my Wednesday game. So yeah. Be sure to tune in and keep track of my Discord for the random times that I decide to stream, which hasn't been much lately because I've been dealing with some stuff. But yeah, anyone else have any fun announcements or anything?
Nope, I just look forward to seeing y'all next week.
Yep.
All right. Well, thank you guys for hanging out this evening, and tune in next time to see where the story goes and see what they do with their seemingly haunted manor
Oh,
And
it's
pet rats.
fine.
and pet rats.
So many pet
I'm
rats.
a bit bothered by the rats, especially when they start breeding.
So yeah, we'll see you guys again next week. Bye.
See ya.
Bye.